Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Oh, lordy, lord, man. Ever since that picture of Boston's penis, I've actually gotten a lot of questions about this, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I'm going to leave this anonymous. The email is entitled, My Cock on a Cycle. Yo, Marc, since you're still a little cock obsessed, not little cock obsessed, but a little cock obsessed, how about a video explaining the downstairs equipment on a cycle? So I go on test cycle for 10 weeks, let's say. Are my balls definitely shrinking? Can I still get it up? I can handle small balls. I don't know what the hell that says, but I cannot imagine having all that test floating around, having healthy sexual appetite, but not being able to get it up. Is this why everyone in the gym is so angry? Haha, joke. Is there a possibility of irreparable cock damage from a cycle? Now, if you're on testosterone, if you're on HRT, one of the treatments for erectile dysfunction is HRT, okay? Because sometimes lower test, lower libido, no need to really get it up. Because, let's say we're back in the days, cavemen, dragging bitches around by their hair, you're carrying around a fucking club, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you're fucking... You have no testosterone because you have no food, you're famished, and that's why on contest prep, for natties especially, you start draining because, you don't have sex drive because you have no fucking food, so your body's like, if you can't eat yourself, how the hell are you going to feed a family? So I'm not even going to get a hard on. So steroids aren't going to affect your performance. As for genital size, yes. Once you start to be longer and longer on a cycle, your balls stop producing more. Which means that they're going to atrophy. Atrophy means your balls are going to be smaller. Now, as the great Tommy Jeffers once said to me, you can't fuck with your balls. So who fucking cares, right? I wouldn't even worry about your balls. Aesthetically speaking, when's a girl going to say, man, I really want a guy with big balls? No, she wants your penis, right? So, no one ever says that to me. I pretty much just touch my own penis. So anyway, so you got a penis and balls, right? Your penis on steroids doesn't shrink up. It doesn't change. It doesn't really do much of anything. In fact, the only reason it looks smaller is because you got bigger quads because you're on the shit, right? And relatively speaking, big cock, big quads, cock ain't gonna look as big as like some big cock and smaller quads, right? So your penis is not gonna be affected by the steroid cycle. Long-term irreparable damage if you come off of steroids. If you do a cycle, you come off, even with HRT, even with post-cycle therapy, PCT, got my acronyms confused, you're going to notice some fucking issues, okay? And that might cause some issues with your penis. Now, it might take a year, might take 2 years, but your shit usually bounces back. If it doesn't, congratulations, you're on lifelong HRT. Now, how to prevent your balls from atrophy during cycle. HCG. HCG, pregnant women use, right? That HCG fat loss diet, that was bullshit. I'm talking about injectable fucking HCG, right? What you do with that shit is you take it during your cycle. And I've seen anywhere recommended between 250 to 500 IU twice a week. So that's Monday and Thursday, or sometimes even 250 3 times a week. That keeps your body's production going. And it also makes it so your post-cycle therapy, if you choose to come off, will be much easier because your balls are still doing its thing. So let's say you come off after your last shot of testosterone, you got the HCG pumping in there at whatever your dosing scheme might be. I'm not here to recommend dosing schemes. Then you hop on your Novadex, your Clomid post-cycle for 4 weeks, taper off, boom, you're good to go. Your balls should be in better shape. That's the easier way to do it. But generally speaking, cycling isn't always the best way to go. Most guys who are big and do good things in bodybuilding are on what I like to call lifelong HRT with blast and cruise cycles. So that's essentially how it works. So, my man, it's really tough to be a bodybuilder after Boston Lloyd showed his penis. And I honestly didn't see his penis when I called it big, and I'm not going to call it small because that would make me gay. I have nothing against gay people, but I really like pussy. You see a big guy with a small penis, you're obviously going to point to steroids. Now, I'm a bodybuilder, okay? I've seen a lot of weird shit in this industry. I've walked in on sex parties. I've seen a lot of weird shit. Trust me, there are some bodybuilders with very large penises. I'm just saying, it doesn't make me gay. But if you walk in to a sex party, there's naked BBC standing around, you're like, holy shit, steroids don't affect that. It's genetic. Either you have a large cock or you don't. Steroids aren't going to affect it. As for your balls, you can't fuck with your balls. And if you could fuck with your balls, that wouldn't be a gay. Boom!